So, in true Ryan Sharon fashion, I'm trying something new again this week. This time, instead of having a script or kind of having an outline and going for one good take, I'm just talking off the cuff and gonna put out whatever this turns out to be. Hopefully, I can do this in one take. We'll see. So, last week, I kind of left the seed for what this video was going to be, which was how I started doing the whole experiment process. I did write a little bit more in depth on it, but to sum it up kind of quick, I was kind of inspired by a lot of things that I was reading and writing at the time, and decided, why don't I start trying to implement some of those ideas in my own life? I started with biking to work, which turned out to be such a small decision that had a huge impact. So I just love the idea of keep trying these little experiments that maybe will make my life better in a way that doesn't quite match to the effort that is put in. In regards to trials that I'm still doing, unfortunately I'm no longer biking to work due to our current state of the world. While I had actually stopped for about a year and a half now because I'd started working remotely full time, I had kept up biking to work as long as I was working in an office. So that was definitely something that I enjoyed doing, and really want to find ways to get that kind of commute back into my life, because it's something I do miss a lot, just kind of being out on the road on my bike. So kind of just forcing myself to do that again is something I might look into doing in the near future. In terms of trials I am continuing, a lot of them are kind of tough to recall because I've just been kind of doing them for so long that I kind of forget that they were a trial at one point. But an easy one that I'm looking at right now, just off outside of the frame, is my bed, which is the Japanese futon that I decided to try out sleeping on. And while it's definitely not as comfortable as a Western mattress, the size and portability is the primary reason that I keep it around, because if I ever plan to move, I think with the stuff that I have, I can fit everything into my tiny little car and go wherever, so I don't have to rent a truck and get all this stuff and have people help me move. I can kind of just box everything up, throw it in my car, and get moving, because I think I'm kind of at a point in my life where I don't plan on staying in one place. What were we talking about? Again, off the cuff stuff. It's kind of weird. One that I do kind of maintain, it wasn't necessarily a trial, but it was sort of in the spirit of, is doing the morning routine that I had, where off the top of my head I was doing 3 things at least. There might have been more. It was like a physical kind of wake up workout, a mental sort of wake up workout, and then trying to get one sort of win for the day first thing upon waking up. So I'm not 100% on it, though the kind of warm up and stretch element I'm good on, but every morning I try to do a little stretch and kind of warm up sort of routine while my coffee's brewing. And I do also try to get a I'll show this side because you can actually read it. The page in the Daily Stoic read, just kind of a nice primer for my day. It gets me kind of loosened up a little bit, gets me thinking about something besides all the random crap I have to do, and it typically ends in a cup of coffee. So win-win-win there, I guess. Other trials that I'm continuing, there's some that sort of the spirit is there, but it isn't quite fully there. Oh, one that I am doing is intermittent fasting. I'm still doing that. I'm really enjoying it. It's gotten way easier than it was in the midst of the trial. I think just from time and time and time. There have been a few days where I've gone a little late, but nothing totally off the rails. So it kind of keeps me in check more than I really expected it to. Well, that was supposed to be one take, but my phone had died in the middle of talking. So after about another few minutes, I got up to realize that it was not a complete video. On that note, what I was about to get into was sort of the next phase of the trying out before buying in project, I suppose. And this whole YouTube video thing is hopefully going to be part of it. I want to start taking content a lot more seriously, something you'd think that I've been doing for the past few years, but a lot of what I've done was sort of just write up a post and get it out just to keep to a schedule. And while it definitely built the habit, there was a lot of times when I would just put out whatever got done that day. I want to start working towards making higher quality content, and I think part of that is going to be having two different ways of delivering that. One being the posts, which are going to be a lot more edited and expansive, I hope, sort of in that scientific method approach that I discussed last time, where treating each post with its own sort of identity and piece of the scientific method, and then also have these videos where I'm talking more off the cuff and just sort of giving my thoughts on the process so far. And I hope having those two different styles will offer a good balance of just sort of what's on my mind with it, and then an actual analysis of how it's affecting me. So I hope that these two together bring higher quality and not a conflicting approach. But as always, we'll try it out and see how it goes. If you like what I'm doing, go ahead and give it a like. And if you don't, let me know and give it a dislike. Let me know in the comments how I'm doing, what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong, any recommendations you have, and I'll certainly try to get them implemented. Hit the subscribe button to... man, not editing sucks. Hit the subscribe button to join along on this journey, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.